If you really want to take your trap to the next level, you got to do what they say, all highs, no lows. You know what I'm saying? Like lows and mids, depths, they cool for the come up. But once you make it to a certain level, you got to go all highs, no lows, my guy. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to tell you why. Because when you go to McDonald's, right, you go to McDonald's because you already know what the food tastes like. When you go to Burger King, you know what to expect from Burger King. When somebody come to you, you want them to expect high quality product. Somebody will buy a pair of Jordans for $220 because they feel like it's worth it. They already know what they're getting. They already had the material before. They know what to expect. So when you go all highs, no lows, and your reputation build up for you having high, people are going to pay you and they're going to come to you consistently because they know what they expect. They know what they're getting from you. And when you do that, your trap move better and it elevate because more people are inclined to shop with somebody who got good quality products. You know what I'm saying? That's why a lot of luxury brands do so well, because a lot of people gravitate towards higher quality and a nicer product. You know what I'm saying? So if you go all highs, no lows, you'll never be that person that people call around and say, man, I bought some BS from such and such. Don't buy nothing from him. He got some bullshit. All highs, no lows. Once you make it to a certain point, you gotta go highs. You know what I'm saying? Even if you gotta pay a little bit more to get these highs, you should do that because your reputation gonna speak for itself and your trap gonna elevate.
Where do I start, man? So, as you clearly saw, this TikTok cannabis guru, Instagram cannabis guru, this guy's explaining that after a certain point, you need to transition your trap, transition your business into selling all highs, all exotics, all top shelf products, and that's going to get you to the next level. I'm going to tell you this from somebody who actually owned a licensed cannabis delivery service in California. Our best selling product was Pacific Stone. For those who don't know what Pacific Stone is, it is greenhouse weed, basically outdoor. Not the best quality, it doesn't look the best, but in terms of volume, that was our best seller. So you have to think, just in general, not everybody has $60, $50 to spend on an eighth. And as he's saying, even if you have to pay more, so the more that you pay, the more that you're going to have to charge. You're going to need to make a certain margin. So most people don't have $50 to spend on an eighth, but they have $50 to spend on a seven. They have $40 to spend on a seven. They have $70 to spend on a half. And we were killing it in my delivery service, $100 ounces out the door. You can't beat that. Yes, it's greenhouse. It's not the best quality, but for the clients that are on a budget, most people are on a budget. Most people that smoke a lot of weed, they don't have $1,000 a month, $500 every week to spend on weed. Like, they need something that's just going to get them through the day. So how he explained, like, oh yeah, you could start with lows and depths on the come up and then transition your trap to all highs, all top shelf. So then now you're going to lose all of those customers who were purchasing the lows and the depths. You're literally not making any sense because you're contradicting yourself. You're saying if you want to level up, you need to transition to the exotics, but you made a name for yourself selling the lows and depths if that is how you were on the come up. So why would you just leave those customers and leave that money on the table and venture into another realm, something that you're not familiar with? Like, there's a reason why Pacific Stone didn't sell exotic weed. They didn't sell $60 ace because they knew their client base. It's all about understanding who your target market and your customer base is. So if you were fortunate enough to run it off the lows and the depths, why would you reinvent the wheel and change what's already working? That makes zero sense. No practical businessman would give you that advice. And you would be limiting yourself to a smaller amount of customers. Everybody knows most people do not have $60, $50 to spend on eighth. And that's what you're going to have to charge if you're going to transition to the exotics. So just breaking this down, this is just another case of general information, nothing in depth, just best case scenario information that he probably never used. And if you follow this information, you're going to fail. I 100% guaranteed this is not going to work out for you, because if you already made it far enough with one type of business strategy working, there's no reason to change that. And if you're someone new to this game, if you're just getting into this, you should definitely not just start out with exotics, because first of all, that's way larger of an investment. And anybody would tell you in business, you need to work your way up. You need to start small. You need to start with minimal investment. You need to start with what you can afford to lose and work your way up from there. Yes, it would be smart if, say, you're doing well selling lows and depths, and then you want to add on the exotics to reach a new customer base, a new type of clientele. That would be smart advice. But to completely alienate what's working to try to hop on a new type of business strategy that you think is just going to work because you want to compare yourself to McDonald's, you want to compare yourself to Louis Vuitton. These companies, when you just loosely throw around McDonald's, Louis Vuitton, these big companies, they spent the time, they put in the years to build their brand. We're not even talking about building your brand. You're just saying, oh, if you want people to know what type of quality that you have, that's cool. But there's levels to branding, and he's not even talking about that. You're not a McDonald's. You don't have the same influence that trains the customer to think that you will always have this certain type of quality or this certain expectation. Like, you haven't done it on that type of level to receive that respect. So yeah, you got to definitely throw that out the window, trying to compare yourself to the McDonald's, the Louis Vuittons of the world, because these are brands that have spent hundreds of millions of dollars, spent countless amount of decades building their brand. And most people are not even at that level to do that, to be like, oh, well, my brand is going to be this, so that's the type of clientele that I want to attract. This is what you need to do if you want to level up. If you're already seeing some success, continue doing what is working and begin to scale upon that. Then you can add the exotics. Maybe you can add the carts. You can add the waxes. Continue to expand your product offering. Continue to expand your operation. Now you can maybe service new regions. You can have more distribution points. You can reach out to people who are vendors in different states, in major cities. That's what you do when you want to take your operation to the next level. You don't alienate what's already working to jump on a new trend or a new fad. I just wanted to continue this series of debunking these TikTok gurus, these guys that, you know, are just giving terrible business advice, giving terrible takes. If you follow this stuff, 100% guaranteed you're going to fail. Just giving terrible blanket statements, generalizations. And you could just tell, like, these people have never implemented these strategies because the game plan and the blueprint is so elementary. It's so basic. There's nothing in detail. So, yeah, man, I'm not trying to disrespect this dude or anything like that, but I just have to, again, show that there's levels to this industry and to the knowledge that I have and what other people are putting out on the internet. If this video provided you with any type of value, please like, share, comment, subscribe if you're new. And until next time, peace. I'm out.